Hello and welcome to A Cat in the Garden. I am out of the plant room today and I am at the Nest Tropicals open house. I am really excited. This is actually the third time I've been to one of these and I'm excited to film it. She has really great Hoyas and you actually might have seen her at some different plant shows and events around. I think I bought plants from her at the Texas Aroid Show in Dallas last year and you would have seen me film her booth there. She has the most amazing Hoyas and I love the greenhouse that she has set up on her property. It's just a dream. So I'm just very excited. It's always a lot of fun here and my husband really likes coming too because there's a lot of dogs and cats and chickens and things. So we're just gonna have a lot of fun shopping today. Don't know if I'm going to buy too much. We'll just see what speaks to me today, but we're gonna have fun regardless. So let's go. All right, we are the first ones here and there's a lot. I feel like I'm gonna miss things, so forgive me in advance. But there are some really cute Hoyas, if I can get them out. This one's huge. I think it's 100. Very cute and splashy. So much stuff in here, and it's all alphabetized, but we're at the end right now. We're at the latter part of the alphabet. You're gonna hear chickens and puppers because that's just what they have here. This one's really cool. She just has so many varieties because she imports that you don't typically see around. So I think it's fun just to check out and see Hoyas that I might have never seen before. This one looks cool. It almost looks like a caudata. It feels slightly sandpapery too. There's just so many. Gosh, this is cool. Dragonfly, how much are you? 40. Oh, the new leaves look really pretty on this one. That is so cool. Okay. Oh, this is little round leaves. There's so many. Like I said, I'm definitely going to miss a bunch. Oh, and some pothos. These are the Taruno varieties. I don't know what makes them different other than that they're from Japan, honestly, but they're cool. They're very cool. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss stuff. There's just so many Hoyas everywhere. I could be in here all day and I would still miss Hoyas. Vitelina, look how big this leaf is, 35. I am excited about the sale on the trellised Hoyas. They're usually a bit more expensive for the trellises, but if there's a sale, like maybe I should do that today. I don't know. I wasn't really coming in with a plan. I know that's my fault. This one's expensive. Okay. There's a whole bunch of different ranges and prices, everything from $20 to honestly sometimes there's $400 Hoyas in here. So just a really big range for all different budgets, which I like. And then there's different sizes. So like these are 50. There's a smaller one of the Sangyai variegated for 25. So I just really like that she has different plants for everybody. Stenophylla. Those leaves are so tiny. Oh my gosh. Love the Lacanosa hanging baskets. And then these are all mother plants. They're not for sale, but if I see any blooms, I'll go over and check them out. Oh, this one I do kind of want. Sulawesiana. I feel like it's really cute. Oh, there's some on trellises, but they are pricey. Oof. Oh, okay. Okay. This one looks like it. I don't know, that might just be cosmetic damage. Like, is it variegated? Is it variegated? No, that's just me being silly. Swiffer's Treat. Oh, I've heard of this one. It's just a single leaf. Okay. Oh, there's bigger ones too. The bigger ones are 95 on a trellis. Rinsei Borneo, 35. Rotundiflora. There's a lot of the Rinsei Borneo up here. I can't even reach everything. I'm trying my best though. Rebecca, 15. Like I said, lots of budget plants on top of just really nice trellis plants. What have we got here? Oh, I just got one of these. I got a very small one though. Okay, just unboxed that this week. These leaves are cool. Way too thin to survive in my conditions, but it's nice to admire from afar. I've never heard of this one before. Most of the plants you're gonna see here, I've never heard of. I'm sure that there's gonna be a plant that you've never heard of because there's just so much variety. Obscura outer variegated 45. Oh, these are really cute. Look at this one. Oh, it's all white. I know that's dangerous, but that's really cute. This guy's cute too. I don't know what you are. Pascal. He's super cute. Oh gosh. Nong Nooch. Almost reminds me of a Finlaysonii. Oh my gosh, there's just so many good ones. My husband was just checking this out. Variegated string of hearts. So pretty. Okay. Oh, I have this one. I bought this one from her last time I was here. I love it. The emergent leaves are super dark purple and they're very cute. I love them. This also looks like a thin, okay, multiflora. Yeah, that's a thin leaf. Multiflora outer variegated. Nuna pink. Okay. It's harder to grab the trellised ones, but I'm gonna try. If there's some that look really pretty, I will definitely try my best. Mulan, AH Mulan 55. I like the round splashy leaves. Here's Michelle, a very splashy Michelle. Do you see that, guys? That is the splashiest Michelle I have ever seen in my life. Wow. $2.25. Yeah, okay. Okay. That price reflects how crazy splashy that is. Oh, we got some little babies here too. Mytrata, 95. Okay. I don't even want to try to pronounce that. I don't see a price on it though. Okay. Moving on. Lacanosa peregrine durian, 30. These are super cute, really fun. Affinity lambii for 40. I got one of these from her also. It's growing really well. I got one on a trellis actually. So pretty. This one's blooming. Okay, let me show you all the blooms. Oh, they're very cute. Focus. There we go. Oh, they're so cute. It's not gonna focus without my hand there. This leaf is pretty. What are you? Latifolia. Okay, 35. Larissa, 85. This is really nice. I just got one of these at PlantCon. That was on my wish list forever. Okay. Erythrina crossed with DS70. Okay. So many cool crosses. I'm just gravitating toward everything splashy. This is 60. There's a bunch of these. Wow. So freaking cute, guys. So amazing. Insularis for 35. Imbricata for 40. I've never seen one so small. Oh my, that's adorable. How tiny that is. These are tiny too, 45 for them. Species Indonesia Splash, 295. Yeah, I mean, that's basically silver in sections. Indonesia Dimple Leaf. This one's cool. What are you, Irina? Wow, my Irina does not look like this at all. How much is this? 85. That's so pretty. Okay, this has a huge leaf. Hugo for 70. Look at that. Gorgeous. So we got Hanhye Splash, 295. Okay, more silver plants. Graffiti Silver, 75. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Wow. Bunch of Finlaysonii. Here's another blooming one. Finlaysonii. Very cute. nice Eye Black Leaf Splash. Wow. A bigger one for 50. Look at that, guys. Wow. Here's a third one. The splash on that. Okay, that might have to come home. I'm definitely, after I'm done filming this, going to look. Flagellata Gold. Oh, I like this one. It's a sandpaper. Sandpaper Hoya. That's 55. That also might have to come home. Oh gosh, my husband's gonna be so mad at me. I was like, oh no, we're just looking today. Lies. All lies. Sack thong. Very cute. I'm definitely gonna come back around once I'm done looking and pick out plants to buy. Endoensis, they're very cute too. Oh, that is, okay, it's a cross caudata crossed with flagellata. Oh, so that's also gonna be a sandpaper. Also gonna be a sandpaper Hoya. Okay, just gonna show y'all too how amazing it is in here. This is just incredible. Dream greenhouse for sure, dream. All right, I think this is the last table. Age of ones for sale. If I go back through and I see something cool, I'll definitely do a little clip of it as well. These are a bunch of the AH varieties. This one's $10. Splashy boy. I mean, I'm sure I missed some too, because there's just a bunch in the middle that I missed. This looks like Calliciphylla. Yeah. Round leaves. So many different kinds of Calliciphylla out there. Here's another splashy baby. Coronary big leaves, 95. There's a black cat for 75. I can point that out anywhere. Caudata for 50. It's really big on the trellis. They look really nice. Clemenciorum, 95. Wow. Guys. This is incredible. What a pretty leaf right there. So pretty. I don't even want to try to pronounce that, but it's 40. Ooh. Almost fell over there. Citrina Splash. Very pretty leaves there. It was 75 for that one. This is 45. Doesn't have a label as to what it is though. Let's see. There's a bunch of them. Okay, some Carnosa. Crasopediolata Silver, 175. A bunch of them all throughout here. 175. So cute. Okay. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that either, but it's 195. Very silvery and splashy. That leaf is just perfect. Okay. Oh man, I got choices to make. These are really fuzzy. All right, I missed it earlier, but here it is, the Sulawesiana, outer variegated, 350. There's a few of them. There's actually one on a trellis as well. It's 375. Look at that leaf. So stunning. It's got a really cool variegated leaf there. There's also, this used to be called Pachysclata, but it's called Subquintuple nervous, 35. Outer variegated. I think those are the major ones that I missed. Oh, this one's about to bloom. I love seeing all the blooms in here, but still making some decisions in here. We made a friend. This is Sushi. He is so cute.
Very soft.
And we might just be here all day because of him. So it's obviously the next day, and normally I film the outro and show y'all my haul in the car as soon as I'm done shopping. But unfortunately, something happened at the open house that I really needed to think about, gather the right words, and I wanted the owner of Nest Tropicals to be able to make her statement first because something happened. You might have seen it on social media over the weekend already, but there was a thief at the open house. And it happened while my husband and I were there. We witnessed the entire exchange, the attempted robbery, you could call it. And I just wanted to talk about it quick before I go into my haul. I got a great haul, but this was just weighing on my heart a little bit because I think doing something like this, especially to a wonderful small business, a wonderful woman at her house. This was on her property. That's where her greenhouse is. It just deserves to be talked about first. So my husband and I were the first people there at the open house. And then shortly after, another person walked in. The only other people that were there at the time were the owner as well as someone she had helping her. So just 5 of us. I was filming, shopping around, just really in the plants. So I wasn't really paying attention to what this other person was doing too much. She did talk to me a little bit. She was saying things like, oh, you should just get this big plant. You can make your money back so easily. And you can just make your money back right away. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that. And I said, well, I want to get a plant that I want to grow out first. It's not really just about making my money back for me. So looking back and be like, wow, okay, that's ironic. But in the moment, it was a little weird. I was kind of having alarm bells in that moment because I was just looking at the beautiful plants. I'm not thinking about how I can make my money back when I'm shopping. If my plants do grow out to a point where I chop them and I can sell cuttings, awesome. But I buy plants because I love them and I really enjoy this hobby. So that was a little weird to me for starters. And then there was a point where the owner of Nest Tropicals and the woman helping her stepped out for a minute. I'm still doing my thing with the plants. Like, I'm really in there because as you saw in the video, there are so many different types of plants. I know I missed plants just while I was looking around. So I'm over here checking price tags. I'm checking name tags. I'm looking at blooms. There were so many beautiful blooms. So I was really engrossed in that. But they only stepped out for a minute or two, and then I heard a tone shift when the owner walked back in, and she said, what was that? Something to that effect. The tone really shifted in that moment. And then I heard this other lady that was there say, oh, I accidentally broke it. I'm so sorry. And she keeps repeating that as the tone kind of escalates and it turns to, no, you didn't. Like, I saw you. What's in the bag? Open the bag. She had a large black tote that she was carrying around. And my husband and I chimed in as it was escalating, saying, like, this is her property. Like, you have to give her back whatever you're stealing. Like, this is not cool. And eventually the tote bag is grabbed, opened up because she only opened it a little bit. Tote bag is grabbed and about 10 cuttings come out. And unfortunately, there's kind of 2 levels to this because the cuttings were ripped apart by this person's fingernails. So the cuttings are all sorts of messed up. The mother plants are all sorts of messed up. One of the plants actually that was ripped up was one that I showed in my video. It was the Calistophylla black cat, and it had like 2 nodes on it, and one of them was ripped off. And we looked later, stem was split. It was so heartbreaking. I don't know if that plant is going to make it. I don't know about some of the other cuttings that had new leaves. The other factor into it is that these were all some of the most expensive plants that were at this open house. And the black cat, there were 2 cuttings available of the black cat, and they were the first time that she was offering that at all, ever. Because black cat is not the easiest Hoya to grow. I had one, killed it almost immediately. So it's just so disappointing on a lot of levels that this happened. It was so heartbreaking. This thief was kicked out, told never to come back again. We were quickly able to find this person on social media, and this person goes to almost every single local event in the Central Texas area. This person frequents all of the local shops, frequents a lot of places that do not have cameras. And that, I think, is a major point to note. All of the local businesses in the area have been warned about this person at this point. My husband and I offered to call the police when this happened. It was declined, so we want to respect the owner's wishes to not call the police on that, but I'm very happy to speak up as a witness to that at any point, because that was insane. Just wild to watch. I really never thought at such a wholesome open house where I see a lot of like my friends in the plant community, a lot of people I know, I never thought I would see something like that, something just so disappointing and disturbing at all. I just didn't expect that. Unfortunately, that is a fact of life, that things like that happen. And I'm really hoping the best for Nest Tropicals going forward. I hope that this person, I'm not going to mention the name here, you can find it on social media pretty easily, but I really hope this person gets the help that she needs and sort of turns over a new leaf, because houseplants are the thought of stealing a houseplant. These plants are not a necessity. If something happened financially to me, the first thing that would go would be my houseplants. They're just not at all a necessity. They're a hobby, they're a luxury, they're a lot of fun, but it's not okay to be stealing houseplants. It's not okay to be ripping plants apart, taking advantage of the kindness of small businesses, families. It's just not okay. And I was talking to some friends in the community as well after this happened, and someone mentioned that this was not the first time, that a while back this person was at a plant show and was caught doing the same thing and used the same routine, saying that the plant accidentally broke and she was so sorry. So this is a pattern, regardless of what she has to say about this being a one-time thing. It's not. You've been caught doing this before, and I really hope that this is the wake-up call that this person needs. Now that we're done with that, because that was insane, we ended the time at the open house on a high note. We stayed for a while, we had burgers and drinks, and I did plant shopping. I got so many plants, and I really want to end this video on a high note as well and show you all the plants that I got. These plants are huge, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But one of the plants I bought was this giant Hoya Crassipedialata Splash. You all know I've struggled with this plant in the past, but I have just bought cuttings. So I thought, why not buy a giant one? This was only $30, if you can believe it. A lot of the trellised plants were on sale at this sale, like marked down even more. If you bought at least 2 trellised Hoyas, you got 25% off. So I had a field day. I think this plant is gorgeous. It has so many growth points, I can't even name it. It's wrapped around the trellis a million times. This is just crazy. It's only in this little 4-inch, 3-inch pot. So I will have my work cut out for me repotting it. There's another vine going crazy over here. So there's just so much happening with this plant. I have my work cut out for me repotting all of these, as you'll see. But this was the first one I got, and it is super fun, super splashy, and all around gorgeous. I'm really hoping, like I said, that I can have a happier Crassipedialata Splash in my collection after struggling a couple times with just cuttings of this plant. Yeah, Flagellata, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, Flagellata, I got it. And this is actually a wish list plant of mine. I mentioned in a recent video that I wanted to find this plant because it's sandpapery like my Fuwaensis, and it really is. The leaves look really similar, just maybe a little smaller. And this one also has lots of active growth. It is so pretty. I heard that the bloom color on this is especially just really cool. So I'm very excited to see it grow. It's not as overwhelming in terms of the trellis situation as the Crassipedialata Splash. So I feel a little bit better about it. I think this one before the discount was $55, which is a steal. I feel like I got the best deals today. So this was really cool. I said no matter what, no matter how many plants I take home, this one has to be one of them. I also got this funky Hoya. This is called the Hoya Nong Nooch. Again, not as overwhelming of a trellis situation. I really liked the new growth at the base. These leaves are so cool. They have so much texture. They're very prehistoric looking. I love the wavy margins of the leaves. And of course they have nice splash, really nice veining. Just a really cool plant overall that caught my eye because it was less expensive. And yeah, I'm excited to grow it. It, again, is not as overwhelming of a trellis situation. So I don't know if I'll quite repot this one yet. I definitely have to repot the Crassa petiolata and another plant I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. But this one I can at least let go for a little bit. It's really cool. I was not expecting to come home with this at all, but I ended up really liking it. So we'll see what it does in my care. The last plant that I bought was this Hoya species Saba dragonfly, also known as EPC 960. The leaves are really cool to me. I was going back and forth as to whether or not I should get this plant. My husband really liked it and he was the one that convinced me to get it just because the backs of the leaves have really cool reddish tints to them. I think it might be sun stressing, but either way, it's really cool. There is new growth at the base here that's starting and the vines are active, at least this one is. Let me see about this one. This one's not. So it's got one active vine here, new growth at the base. So I'm happy with that. This also was $35. This was not part of the sale because it wasn't on a trellis, but I don't mind. I think it's more considered a trailing Hoya anyway. I think it's really cute. I don't know, I might put it on a trellis just because it's small enough that I could do that if I wanted to. But either way, I think it's really pretty. The leaves do remind me of dragonfly wings, and I really like the splash as well. Y'all know I love a splashy Hoya. Finally, that leads me to the freebies. There was a freebie table. If you made a purchase, you got a free plant. Now they were way too nice and had me take 2 freebies, which I am so grateful for. So I took this one I took is a little smaller. This is the NAP07. It has 1 single leaf, pretty big though. Look at that compared to my hand. Very pretty, very splashy. And down in the bottom, it's gonna be near impossible to see, there is a new growth nub right there. So we'll see what happens. Again, it was free, so there's no pressure on plants like this, but I'm hoping this will just grow up and be a really pretty plant. And finally, I got this latifolia. That is another overwhelming trellis situation. I do appreciate that. I really liked the elongated leaves on it. I think it's a Latifolia FKA clandestina. So if that means anything to you, I never heard of that before. But my husband also really liked this one. He's the one that picked it out for me just because of the reddish tint to the stem and the backs of the leaves. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, that's just the new growth, but it looks cool. So this is really overwhelmingly big. It will not stand upright, so I have to hold it. Otherwise, I have to lay it down. It has this new vine going insane. I will attempt to, I guess, wrap it around this trellis. I don't know what to do with this. I have not a clue what to do with this. There is new growth all over the place. There are tiny leaves growing on it. I think there's more tiny leaves back here. Yeah, that's a new growth point. That's a growth point. There's so much happening with this plant, but that's fine. It looks awesome. I mean, I have giant Hoyas and I didn't really have to do the work for them, but hopefully they continue growing for me really well. This will definitely get a repot, minimum 4 to 5 inch pot, minimum, just because there's so much happening right here. But it's just the generosity of giving me 2 free plants, especially after everything that happened an hour before, is out of this world. So I will be linking the website to Nest Tropicals down below. Please go give her some support on Instagram, on Facebook, on her website. This is an incredible small business, family run, local, just wonderful people to support, and I'm really happy that I went to this open house today. Despite everything that happened, I'm so happy. I will be going to more in the future. This is actually about the fourth one I've been to, just the first one I filmed. So I will be going to more, hopefully filming other ones and showing you all more and more cool plants that they offer, because these type of plants are plants you will not see anywhere else. If you are a Hoya collector, this is one of the coolest places to get Hoyas out there, truly. So that is it for this video. A little bit different than my typical plant shopping video, but I hope you understand why. If you liked it, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe so you don't miss anything from me on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.